Today we've got a little bit of a different video. I get asked a lot about how I store my cards and different ways that I travel with my cards. So today we're gonna look at a product that I think might be a good solution that I may use, you might like to use. So we're gonna look at it, talk about it, and love to hear your thoughts towards the end. So let's get right into it. Welcome to the most passionate content for card collectors on YouTube and possibly the whole entire internet. As usual, I am your host, Jake Roy, 90s V-Ball Cards here on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, a little bit of Twitter, and still a little bit of TikTok. We'll see how long that lasts. So today, like I talked about, we're talking about a product. This is going to be something comparable to a Zion case, but a little bit of a cheaper price point, and something that I think might be very similar. So this will be fun to take a look at, and like I said, this is something I haven't used. I'm just getting my hands on. I haven't used it in the wild, so that'll be also interesting as time goes on to see you know, how I enjoy it compared to other stuff. So let's get into the product, let's take a look at it and talk about it. Alright, so we've got this package that we're going to look at. I've already opened it up. So here it is in all its glory. Kind of zoomed in. Sorry, it's a big one. So very similar to stuff we've seen probably if you've been to many card shows recently. Very similar to the Zion cases, but this you know, is got a great presentation. You can see the brand name right there. Panopply, I think is how you say it. So, you know, a little bit more subtle, understated in terms of the branding. Like I said, looks about the same size, the same type of material. Kind of a ballistic plastic. I don't think it's bulletproof, but I don't think you need that. The typical, you know, little 3-number combination lock, so you can lock stuff up. You can set that, or you can leave it without looking inside. Here's what we've got. So again, you'd be hard pressed to tell me much of any difference between this and a Zion case. Comes with these dividers, which I know is helpful. You know, if you're trying to separate out what's PC and such at a card show. So here's what we have for kind of their literature. You can see here some of the different sizes. The 1 row, 4 rows. Obviously we here have the 3 row, and then there's also a smaller 2 row. This is a code. I haven't used it, so if you grab that QR code, you can probably use that 10% before I get to it. But here we've got a little statement. I created Panopply with my wife a year ago in order to provide high quality supplies to hashtag the hobby community. When you support a small business, you support a dream. Thank you very much for your trust. It looks like that says Nathan, so he's the founder, and he's the one operating it. So yeah, I mean, I think that these look great. Let's take a look here. You can see the top of it. Move it around. You know, kind of has that soft foam, almost like you know, something you'd use for soundproofing. But obviously, it's gonna not only keep things from moving side to side, but this will make sure that things don't shift around too much. One of the things I'm curious about is how things fit in here. So, you know, I like a lot of stuff in my collection in card savers, so that fits in there. You can move that around. Let's see, we got a PSA slab. I couldn't see the card saver. Here's the card saver. PSA slab fits nicely. Let's move that card saver up. Let's try a BGS slab. So those are good. They're snug. They're not going to move around much. They have a little bit of drag when you're trying to pull them through, and that's with, you know, kind of like the fitted team bag on both of those. Here we've got a CSG, no team bag on this. Again, that moves and glides. One of the things I'm really curious about, SGC. So these are thicker slabs, but you know, it feels like this rubber has enough give, so you know, you're not gonna have any issues if you have a bunch of SGC slabs, putting those in there. And like I said, also you got these to kind of section things off, which is nice. So that's kind of what you can expect looking inside. The only point of reference that I have, you know, because usually when I'm going to card shows, like the National, if I'm not setting up. I have my dome boxes, but if you've been to the Springfield show, you've probably seen this box that I got from one of the folks that makes some custom cases. I put stickers on this one because, you know, I'm a 90s guy. We love our stickers. But you can see here, this one that I have is definitely smaller. You know, kind of the same type of foam material, but not as textured. And this one actually does not have as much give to it as the Panopply one. Same type of fabric on the top. I can't really position that well for you to see, but a little bit thicker, the foam on the top for this one. But other than that, very similar, if not, this one's a little bit smaller, you know, but the customization, if people want that. But, you know, this is kind of like a little niche person doing some crafts off to the side. So you can see all my cards are in there. So this is the only point of reference that I have from my own personal use, other than just seeing Zion cases. But if you look online, what I noticed is these Panopply cases, like I said, look just like the Zion cases, look like they work just the same, but they are not as expensive as a Zion case. So I think it's a nice, you know, option if you're looking for something but you want to save a little bit of money. And I think they are coming out with some different colors. You know, obviously they sent me this black. I don't know if they have other colors right now. Obviously Zion cases, you can get those in, you know, a whole bunch of different colors, but you know, the typical reds and yellows and blues and I think probably greens and oranges. One of the things I'm not worried about, but curious about is putting a sticker on this material. So I'm gonna grab one of my little stickers that I have, you know, really the size for like putting on a foam case. See how it sticks to this material, because with all this texture, you know, like I said, I like putting stickers on my cases like these, like you just saw on the other one. So let's see if we can get it to adhere a little bit. I'm gonna put it down here in the bottom corner. I don't think that's gonna stick too well, to be honest. You know, which is not a deal breaker. If you're picking cases to hold your cards in or store your cards in based on if stickers stick on them, I think there's some more important things we can talk about. But yeah, maybe I was wrong. No, this is coming right off. Yeah, so this is probably something that's gonna stick better to like one of the sides here. Maybe I'll put it here up on the top. That might not even stick too well, you know, with this matte finish. Who knows? It may stick. We'll see. We'll see if it stays. But yeah, so that just something to note if you want to stick a whole bunch of stickers. I do see a lot of people, you know, go around to card shows and, you know, stickers from vendors, stickers from companies. You know, like you've seen the Next Gem stickers and stuff like that. You know, I have my stickers. So stickers are fun to kind of, you know, almost be a little memento of who you've met and where you've been. That's my thought anyway. So, yeah, I think this is really cool. I really appreciate the gift. Happy to share it with you, as we always talk about, you know, sharing our experiences. This is something I will be using when I go to the Springfield show. I'm probably now actually going to switch a lot of stuff into this because it's bigger, as opposed to that Penny Hardaway case that I just showed. So, yeah, that's the product. I'll let you know more as I use it. You know, obviously durability would be something that I can't really speak on right now because I haven't really used it out in the wild. It's just been in my house. All right, so those are my first impressions. I really like this. Like I said, I'm probably going to use this when I go and set up at the Springfield show. Not something I'm planning on using when I go to walk around shows like the National. Like we said, I usually use those dome boxes. They're a little bit easier to transport. They're a little bit lighter, and they fit in a backpack much easier. I find that these type of cases do not fit in backpacks. Although I do think the Zion case company has a backpack that is really created to fit one of those cases. So, you know, you could probably pair that backpack with this or another one as well if that's something that you would like to use. So some interesting stuff to kind of think about, take a look at. And again, I would love to hear your feedback, your thoughts on this product. If you've used it, if you've used Zion cases, all kinds of stuff like that. Again, something that I will probably use when I set up at shows those few times a year, but that's not going to be something that I probably take with me on an airplane or somewhere else. I wonder how the Zion cases and stuff are if you're trying to put those through like a check bag, or if you need to put that on as a carry-on. Or anyway, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on that. Also, like I said, they were asking me some thoughts on different colors. So if you have any thoughts on colors, let me know and I will share that. Or you can shoot a DM to them as well. You know, they seem very responsive on Instagram. So that's always nice when you can get in touch with a company. If you've got any questions or anything else that I didn't touch on, you know, shoot me a DM. Ask it in the comments, but you can also ask them directly. Like I said, very responsive. So that's what we've got today. A little bit of a different video, but I think that this is something that answers questions that a lot of people have been asking me. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss any videos in the future. New videos dropping once, sometimes twice a week. We've got looks into my PC, occasional collector interviews, occasional grading reveals, show vlogs, reviews, and so much more. Thanks. We'll talk later.